Godzilla!
Yes.
Zilla bitch.
Godzilla!
No, that's my thing.
I told you this yesterday. You guys have the world eating out of your palms, just waiting to be served the food you guys are giving them. How has this whole experience been for you guys? Because you're telling this story, you've been telling this story for a while. What is it like creating it and processing it and taking in the information?
I mean, look, it's one of the greatest opportunity of our careers. We've loved every minute of it. We grew up comic fans. You know, these stories and these characters have an incredible meaning for us going back to our childhood. So to be able to work with them as storytellers is like the greatest privilege ever. So yeah, I mean, these are hard movies to make, and there's a lot of pressure because there's such high expectations for them. But you know, Joe and I have just every step of the process, we're just driven by our own passion and excitement for what we can do with these characters and where we can take them. And I think that's it.
I have a question for you. I don't know if anyone ever asked you this question or you answered this question. Why dust? Why not like melt him? Why dust?
Good question.
Well, we felt it was very elemental, and it was just sort of what would happen to your body when it decomposes and it returns back to dust. So felt like the appropriate way for Thanos to kill half the universe.
Was there any other decisions? Was it like maybe they just vanish, maybe they just melt? Was it anything else?
We always wanted something that, like, you know, that lingered and had some sort of a visceral reaction to it. And I think watching characters dissipate or characters seeing themselves starting to go would create a much more profound impact on the audience than if they just disappeared.
Speaking of profound impact, when I walked out of Infinity War, I felt a way. I don't know if I was ill. I felt something. What have people been telling you when they walked up to you, like, hey, at the end of Infinity Wars, I felt? What kind of things were you hearing?
I mean, Joe and I have this memory of one of the first times we screened the movie for people and did a Q&A afterwards. This sort of 11-year-old kid just came up and said, "Why did you kill Spider-Man?"
He was crying. It was tough.
Yeah. That's the moment, you know, like one of those moments where you realize, like, the depth of the relationship that people have with these characters. And it's like, we've, of course, we knew the ending was difficult. It was difficult for us when we thought of it, but that's why it excited us. We like to go run at difficult places in storytelling because we think that's where you really find a lot of tension and excitement
and catharsis.
And upside. And catharsis, exactly. So, the reactions have been really, like, again, we knew they were going to be strong, but like you're describing right now, they've been even stronger than we imagined.
I know you guys are almost done, waiting on a few VFX shots. When you get the raw cuts or like hey, is this good? And you guys send them back to go get fixed. What kind of stuff are you wanting to be better? What kind of stuff are you wanting to get fixed and updated?
You know, it's always with the VFX is a very iterative process. I mean, we've got the best companies in the world working on these movies. So, you know, that's an amazing process where you literally sit in a dark room for hours on end, day after day, and shots come in. And you have a little laser pointer, and you just talk about, you know, can we have the light coming in from over here? This doesn't feel as realistic as it could. Can we put some more atmosphere in? I mean, it's just it's relentless, and you're thousands of shots you're doing that with. So that's really mostly what we do is, like, we're editing the film and sitting in VFX talking about, you know, the composition of you know, fully realized digital shots.
Okay.
Godzilla!
Yes.
Zilla bitch.